instead of ASMR mage, I want to be ASMR sage. I think that's more fitting. It's not a big change. It's exactly the same length. It even rhymes, you know. And I thought about it because I wanted to talk about more alchemy magic stuff. And I found myself being put in the box because because my name was Mage and everyone expected me to talk about magic, I guess. But I want to talk about a wide range of subjects, and I mean, I do some magic, you know. And by that I mean art. I mean, I also can do some card tricks, you know. Maybe I'll do those someday. But yeah, I also do, you know. I think of myself as more of an alchemist, you know. But then again, I do so many things and so much sort of interacts with each other. So yeah, sage it is, sage it is. Besides, yeah, I thought about alchemy. I thought about what that means, you know. And to me, it means a sort of conditioning your own mind to be better, to make it gold, you know, to make it gold and make your mind golden. Meaning, you know, sort of, yeah. Instead of succumbing to all these impulses, like for example, just a few moments ago, I felt enraged. I felt enraged because my roommate didn't do the dishes, and then I thought, man, now I'm in rage mode just because of those dishes. That's a bit stupid. That's a bit silly, isn't it? And it is, because it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. And rage is a big deal. So, you know, instead of succumbing to that, I surrounded myself with different vibes. And I think that's alchemy. I think that's exactly what it is. You know, sort of, yeah, and I mean, I guess it interacts, you know, that's what I meant with so many subjects come together here. Because you can do that with art, you know, you can do that with, for example, I recently was in the cinema, and I watched the new John Wick. I watched the new, that's the old one, that's the part 3, and actually I didn't like that one as much, but it got better because of part 4. I really enjoyed it immensely. And it actually, come to think of it, it was the same. I had the same outlook. I was a bit enraged that day. I was a bit, you know, annoyed by many things. And then I sat down in the cinema seat, and you know, the show started, and immediately, you know, it started with a cool joke, or so I thought. And I enjoyed the movie immensely. I have to say, I didn't think it was too long. I think it was just right, and the sets looked amazing. The soundtrack was cool. The suits looked incredible. And I let all of these, you know, artistic endeavors just sort of, yeah, get me on a different track. And man, oh man, it was so much fun. The action in that movie was insane. It really, that's a bird. The theater erupted in laughter just because the action was so outrageous. You know, it was so, some of the stunts, you know, and there are many real stunts in there. I mean, they stitched some together, of course, with, you know, CGI and stuff, but there are really insane stunts in there. And yeah, I liked them. I really enjoyed that, and I went out of there like a bit, you know, in a completely different mood. And I guess, yeah, I think that's alchemy. And you can do that, you know, with, I don't know, with just meditation also, or just, I don't know, certain objects you like, or, yeah, I mean, play around with that. Maybe you find something around that you liked as a kid. Like, I have a deck of cards. I a stone on top so nobody steals them. Okay. Oh, alright. I have to. That was a bit loud. Okay. For example. That's nostalgia for me. You know, if I see dudes like this one, you know, or I don't know. They might be rare. They might have value. I don't know, but they have a completely different value for me. Like they're really, you know, memories start. Oh my god, memories start flashing up. Look, she's pretty. That's a mermaid. Yeah, memories start flashing up and sort of, yeah, when I look at all of those cards. Man, I have a pretty dark deck. There are so many dark cards in there. Look at that stuff. I played. Hey, what's with the focus? I played that as a kid. Look at that. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, and all of that stuff. That's a rare one. I know that. Focus. That's a cool one. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I look at those. That's a cool sound. Okay. Yeah, so I look at those and oh my god. And it has an effect on my mind, you know. There's, yeah, it gets me into a completely different mood. And I think, yeah, that's sort of like very easy alchemy, you know. Sort of just get yourself out of a certain emotion into a different one. Maybe mix some together and stuff. Yeah. And I just sort of, I read this in the Kabbalion, which is a great introduction into the Hermetic tradition. I'm gonna talk more about that in a later video. I'm gonna link to that though. And I read in there, well, the passage, what was it? It's sort of, you know, get yourself on the better vibes of the universe, you know, don't succumb to those, like, yeah, rage, like these silly, stupid vibes that just cost so much energy and don't create anything useful. You know, it's fine to play with them, you know, to have those in your repertoire, of course, and we are human, you know, you have to be able to feel them in order to, well, detect them, in order to know what they are, but don't succumb to them, you know, don't just boil up into a raging ball of fire and, you know, evaporate, you know. Make something useful out of that energy or transmute it, you know. For example, yeah, if you're feeling rage, watch something like that. You know, I think, yeah, that's a useful target for your rage. Watch a really good action movie, or I don't know why or how, but I felt like watching this the other day. That's the English title. Only Yesterday. Ignore the German one. It's an anime, and it is gorgeous. It has incredible imagery and such a wonderful story that always makes me cry. And I actually, when I put it in, I immediately cried because I knew how it would end, and is awesome at offering many, many things, if you just take a moment to look. So, yeah, I guess that's a bit different, because it's not, because, yeah, for an alchemical process, it's sort of, I don't know, it's pretty, yeah, you can encounter so much stuff, but it's not very targeted, is it? So, yeah, maybe sometimes you aren't in a mood for that, maybe, yeah, sometimes I want to sit on a park bench, but who knows? Maybe someone comes by and sort of interrupts you, or, yeah, I get it. I'm a bit of a hermit as well. I like to be inside. But, yeah, lately, because of my new job, I'm outside a lot, and I really enjoy it. I recommend it. I can recommend it. Don't be afraid. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna do this name change, and with this video actually, and I'm gonna talk more about the Hermetic tradition in the next one, because that's sort of what, to me at least, bundles all of these things into a coherent sort of you can, I mean, you actually, you can't grasp it all, but you can sort of, it allows me to wrap my head around it, to sort of, get it without, actually, I take that back, not wrapping your head around it, because you can't, but sort of be at ease with that. Yeah, it makes you understand without, I get it, but I can't explain it. I mean, I can in steps and stuff, and I'm still learning, of course, and that's a journey that will probably never end, and that's very exciting. But yeah, if you're interested, look it up. The Hermetic tradition, I guess I'm gonna link some books right now, and some later when I talk about it in the next video. Which, but I'm gonna do that right away, so that's gonna be uploaded, not that long after this one. And so this one's a shorter one, but whatever, that's fine. So you got the gist of, what I mean, or when people, ask what magic I do, a punch, which is basically art, is what I mean by that. And by alchemy, I mean, getting your shit together. And with astrology, I mean thinking about character, And yeah, I wanna dive into all of this stuff, and like the tarot as well. Again, what I mean by the tarot, well, playing cards with the universe, that's what I mean. It's pretty cool. So yeah, anyway, yeah, I'm gonna see you in the next one. So I'm not gonna explode into many different subjects like I did. I tend to do that sometimes. But yeah. So we're gonna talk about the Hermetic tradition in the next one. As a sage, not a mage, even though I'm a bit of, how do you say? I'm a colorful cat. I'm a weird cat. Like there's a saying for that. I'm sure someone in the comments knows. Yeah, I have a very eclectic taste. I like to look at a bunch of stuff.